Well, the WestShore Chamber of Commerce says it's come up with a solution to ease traffic congestion around Greater Victoria from the West Shore and south of the Malahat. What's old is new again, as it turns out, because the idea is to revive the existing dormant E&N rail service as a commuter train. A $1 billion light rail service on Victoria's Douglas Street corridor isn't expected to break ground for 3 years, and many wonder if that's the answer. Among the interim solutions, supporters believe the E&N just might work. CTV's Louise Hartland reports.
This is the norm. Traffic crawling along the Trans-Canada Highway between downtown Victoria and the West Shore.
We need something that's going to move people very quickly in and out of the West Shore.
The WestShore Chamber of Commerce says waiting years for a light rail transit system to reach the people living here is not a realistic or timely solution.
The first answer is let's get the E&N up and running and take some of that traffic off immediately off the road, and then let's plan how we do an LRT. Because they're both of them are viable, but both of them serve very different communities.
The Island Corridor Foundation says it should know in the next 2 weeks whether the federal government will match the $7.5 million from the province to get the defunct line up and running.
That'll allow us to get the Via Rail system back and operational from Victoria to Courtenay as a service, and what we're looking for is a life of 10 years plus. But that's what the $15 million will allow us.
Once that is in place, a pilot project for Phase 2 will be considered.
An intercity commuter service, again operating southbound early morning in Nanaimo, coming down, bringing people that work at the base, Squamish Base, and the whole new shipyard contract there, then running several times between Victoria and Langford, perhaps a midday run back to Nanaimo, and then back again to repeat the return in the afternoon crush period.
Similar to the West Coast Express, running from Mission to downtown Vancouver. Graham Bruce says if everything goes well, the Salish Express could be up and running in 18 months. The Island Corridor Foundation says once this service is up and running, it could take as many as 2,800 people from the West Shore into Victoria every day and back again, taking thousands of cars off the road. Susan Bryce is the new chair of the Victoria Regional Transit Commission. She says BC Transit and the Island Corridor Foundation conducted a survey on the E&N service last summer.
And it was deemed to not be financially viable because it would still require a transfer to a bus from Vic West in.
Still, she says one day the two services could work together, a reality that seems years away, with two sides going different directions. Louise Hartland, CTV News, Langford.